The Harvestella demo is out now. Should you go pre-order the game, or should you just avoid it completely? Let's find out who will enjoy this game and who should probably avoid this game. In today's video, we're just going to go over all of the different aspects of the Harvestella demo, everything from fishing to cooking to the combat. In this video, I'm going to say like my personal opinions on all of them, and then just overall what I think about Harvestella. I've played through the entire demo twice, and I also made a bunch of different save slates. Here you can see I've used up all 10 of my save slots, where I could just go in and try to analyze and try to figure out as much as I could about each of the different aspects of the game. So as I said, first I'll go through each specific thing, and then at the end I'll give a total recap. This game has been marketed as a farming sim, so let's talk about the farming aspect first. I think the farming aspects of this game are quite good. I really enjoy how it feels. I've seen online that some people don't really like the way that you have to till the soil twice, and they think that system is kind of clunky, but I think in general the farming is really good, and the tilling part doesn't bother me. What I really like is how fast the watering process is. In a lot of farming sims, like the watering part is really long and cumbersome, but in this game, you just hold the button and you can walk and you can just water them all right away, and it feels really good. And then harvesting, again, you just click it and bam, it goes right into your inventory. I enjoy the farming in the game quite a bit, and actually my only worry about the farming in this game is that it's not going to be utilized enough. In a lot of farming games, the farming is just kind of like secondary to a lot of the other things, and I hope that that doesn't happen too much in Harvestella. Next up, we have fishing. If you want to know more about fishing, you can watch this in-depth guide. Here, I'm just going to talk about my opinions about the fishing in this game. I've seen some other people complain quite a bit about fishing because sometimes it takes a long time. Like, you throw your line out there, and then sometimes you can be waiting for a long time. I think this should be sped up a little bit, but to me, that's just like a simple fix. All I got to do is, make it so that the fish are a little bit more abundant, and then I think fishing will be good. I'm glad there's not some complicated or annoying minigame to do with fishing. Okay, the next aspect we can talk about is cooking. In the demo, we don't get to do too much cooking, and you kind of have to go out of your way to unlock it. But I think it's going to be a good system, and it looks like there's going to be a ton of recipes and a ton of different ingredients. And in this game, it seems like cooking is very important, because if you just eat the ingredients straight up, it only recover maybe 50 HP. But if you cook something, it could be up to 800 HP, or even more. So I think cooking, it was done well, and it's probably going to be pretty important in the main game. The last farming aspect we have is the animals. So in the demo, basically all of the animals are kind of useless because you don't have enough time to really utilize them, and you have to go out of your way to get them. So in the demo, you don't really get to use them very much. However, I will say that all of the animals, they're really cute, and I think that it's not going to be a hassle raising them, because you can see from this clip, in the video, you can just put the feed in this thing and then it feeds them automatically. And then you can just run up and pet them, and it's really fast. So the mount in this game, really freaking cute. The Clefowls, really cute. The Wallum, again, really cute. The last aspect we have to talk about is the battle system. I do have to come out and say that I'm not really a big fan of action RPGs. If you've watched other videos in my channel, you'll see that I prefer the Atelier series to the Final Fantasy series because, the Final Fantasy series has ditched turn-based battles, whereas the Atelier series, they've kept up with it. That being said, I actually did kind of like the battle in this game. However, I'm just slightly worried that maybe in the later game, the battles might get really, really difficult. I kind of was more interested in this game for the farming aspects, and, I was kind of hoping that the action RPG part of it wouldn't be too intense. But playing this demo, I have to be completely honest, I'm just slightly worried that it's going to be a little bit too action RPG focused for my personal taste. Okay, so last I just kind of want to go over a few common complaints I've seen on the Reddit for Harvestella and a few other places. I'll just go through all those complaints and then say, how I feel about those different ones. Some people have complained that they think the demo's a bit too blurry. Me personally, it never really bothered me, but I'm not really somebody who cares a lot about graphics. I mean, I'm primarily a Switch player, and I've always been a Nintendo fan. So, graphics have never really worried me that much about like any game that I play. Unless I really dislike the art style. That might get me off a game. But this game, I really like the art style. So that aspect doesn't bother me. The fishing aspect, I've seen some people complain about that. As I said earlier in the video, it doesn't really bother me too much. I hope that they do kind of fix it, but it's an easy fix. And then the third complaint that I've often seen is that the game was kind of marketed incorrectly. And this is the one that I actually strongly agree with. The first trailer that we saw from this game, it was really heavily focused on the farming aspect of it. And then they're like, yeah, and there's battle as well. But it wasn't really like a focus of the trailer. But when you play this demo, the first chapter is, kind of what I expected of the game. There's some storyline, and then you're on the farm, and then there's a little bit of action RPG when you go adventuring. But then when you play the second chapter, it's like the game completely changes, and it's like a heavy focus on the dungeon that you're going to, and there's a heavy focus on, going and adventuring, and there's not so much of a focus on the farm. Okay, so I just wanted to end by talking about a few things that I liked about the demo and why I personally am still excited for Harvestella. I said before, I liked how optimized the farming is. It's really fast and fun. When you're watering, you just hold the button and you can just water in a whole row. That's really nice. And the livestock aspect of the game is also really highly optimized. You don't have to feed each animal directly. You don't have to go every day and put the feed right in their box. You just put it in the feeder and it just does it automatically. And also you don't have to worry about bringing them in and out. All you have to do is go pet them every day, which is the best aspect of it anyway. So I really like that. I think that the farming aspects, all of the daily tasks, I think that they're going to be fun and streamlined. Me personally, and some other farming sims that I've played, that can really put me off of a game. Is as soon as you get the cow and you get the sheep, it's like a daily thing that you're going to have to do every single day. And it's maybe I want more freedom than that. And I think in Harvestella, raising the livestock, it's not going to feel like a huge hassle and a huge responsibility. I also really like the class changing aspect. I'm excited to get the full game and then get to toy around with the different classes. That being said, I was a little bit disappointed when we got the mage class because it feels really slow initially. So even for me, somebody who prefers mages, generally in games, as I was playing this game, I was like, oof, I actually kind of prefer the warrior class to the mage class, because it's when you cast a spell as a mage, it's she does this, and then she does this, really slowly. It just felt too slow for me. But I'm excited to see what all the other classes are going to be. So me personally, I'm still excited about Harvestella. I'm still really hyped up to learn more about it as we get closer to release date. Me personally, the thing that I want to see the most from Square Enix between now and release date is that number one, they're going to address some of the issues that some people have had with the demo, and that number two, I really hope that they come out and say that there's going to be, bachelors and bachelorettes, and at least a paired ending. Come on, at least some paired endings. And personally, I would like to see more of an emphasis on the farm and a little bit less emphasis on the action RPG elements. But I think that one is the most the most unlikely to see. So to answer the question that I asked in the beginning of the video, I think who should avoid this game? If you don't like action RPGs and you don't like the more battle aspects of farming sims, then you should avoid this game. This, I don't think it's going to be a very chill game. It's not going to be a cozy game. So if that's what you're looking for, I don't think Harvestella is going to be for you. It seems like you kind of have to follow the storyline and you kind of have to do these more battle-esque type things. So if that's what you're looking for, I don't think you're going to be very happy here. However, if you prefer games like Rune Factory and other games where there's a little bit more battle in it, then I think you could really enjoy Harvestella. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment saying, did you enjoy the Harvestella demo? And I'll see you guys next time.